Have you ever wondered why your great-grandmother's cookbook mentions ingredients you've never heard of? Today, we're uncovering the jaw-dropping stories behind foods that were once so popular, entire economies depended on them. From a Roman sauce worth more than gold to a medieval bread that could outlast kingdoms. These aren't just recipes, they're lost pieces of human history. Stay with us because number 3 will completely change how you think about food preservation forever. Point 20. Pease porridge. The medieval superfood that saved millions. Imagine a single dish that could feed armies, survive harsh winters, and cost almost nothing to make. That was pease porridge, medieval England's ultimate survival food. This thick, hearty stew made from dried yellow split peas wasn't just food. It was life insurance. During the brutal winters of the 1300s, when fresh vegetables were impossible to find and meat was a luxury few could afford, pease porridge kept entire communities alive. The dried peas could be stored for years without spoiling, making them more valuable than gold during famines. Here's what made it genius. The cooking process was simple but brilliant. Families would maintain a large pot over their fire, constantly adding ingredients throughout the day. This created an ever-evolving meal that wasted nothing and fed everyone. The famous nursery rhyme, pease porridge hot, pease porridge cold, wasn't just a children's song. It was documenting real life, where this nutritious stew could be safely eaten for over a week. Why it disappeared? As agricultural techniques improved and food became more diverse, this humble porridge couldn't compete with more exciting options. Today, it survives only in remote parts of England and Canada, a reminder of humanity's incredible ability to survive on simple ingredients. 19. Rye bread. The dark grain that built northern Europe while the Mediterranean enjoyed wheat. There was a grain so tough it could grow in frozen soil and feed entire civilizations. Rye. This dark, dense bread wasn't just food, it was the foundation that allowed northern Europe to survive and thrive in climates where wheat would die. The bread that emerged was dramatically different from anything we know today. Dense as a brick, dark as soil, and with flavors so intense they could overwhelm modern palates. But this wasn't a bug, it was a feature. The density meant one slice could sustain a worker for hours, while the complex flavors provided psychological satisfaction during monotonous winter months. The most extreme version was Pumpernickel, a bread so dense and dark that Germans literally named it devil's fart. The baking process took 24 hours in low-temperature ovens, creating a loaf that could remain edible for months without refrigeration. Why it matters today? Modern health experts are rediscovering rye's incredible benefits: higher fiber, lower glycemic index, and nutrients that wheat simply can't match. This forgotten grain might hold keys to solving modern dietary problems. 18. Pottage. The original one-pot meal that fed medieval Europe before there were restaurants, before there were cookbooks. There was pottage, the ultimate one-pot meal that could transform anything into something delicious. This wasn't just random ingredients thrown together. It was sophisticated cooking disguised as simplicity. Medieval manuscripts reveal that master cooks created 27 different types of pottage, each with specific ingredients and techniques. The secret was continuous cooking. Families maintained their pottage pot for days or even weeks, constantly adding new ingredients as they became available. What made pottage revolutionary was its infinite adaptability. Poor families used turnips and barley. Wealthy households added exotic spices and fine meats. The same basic technique could create peasant food or royal cuisine, depending on what you added to the pot. The decline. As kitchens became more complex and cooking techniques more specialized, the humble pottage seemed too simple for sophisticated palates. But its spirit lives on in every stew, casserole, and one-pot meal we make today. Point 17. Salted cod. The fish that financed empires. This isn't just a story about preserved fish. This is about how a single ingredient financed the discovery of America, built trade empires, and fed millions before refrigeration existed. The salt curing process was so revolutionary that it transformed cod from a local catch into global currency. Portuguese and Spanish fishermen developed techniques so advanced that their salted cod was more valuable than fresh fish, lasting for years without spoilage. But here's the shocking part. Salted cod became so central to the global economy that it formed one leg of the triangular trade system connecting Europe, Africa, and the Americas. Ships carried salt cod to Caribbean plantations, where it fed enslaved populations, then returned with sugar and rum that funded further expeditions. The religious angle made it even more powerful. In Catholic countries where meat was forbidden on Fridays and during Lent, salt cod provided essential protein. By the 1700s, Portugal had developed hundreds of bacalhau recipes, calling it fiel amigo, the loyal friend. Why it endures? While refrigeration reduced its necessity, salted cod never disappeared. Master chefs today prize it for its intense umami flavors and versatility, proving that some preservation techniques actually improve food rather than just preserving it. 16. Salsify, the oyster plant that fooled Victorian palates. Imagine a root vegetable that tasted so much like oysters it could fool seafood experts. That was Salsify, the oyster plant that graced Victorian tables and amazed dinner guests with its impossible flavors. This long, pale root possessed such a convincing oyster flavor that Victorian cooks would parboil it, form it into cakes, and fry it like oyster fritters. Guests would swear they were eating seafood until the cook revealed the truth. It was just a humble root vegetable from the garden. The Romans loved it so much they spread it throughout their empire, and medieval gardeners cultivated it across Europe. But Salsify offered more than just novelty. Young shoots could be harvested like asparagus, providing fresh greens when other vegetables were scarce. Why it vanished? The labor-intensive harvesting process and the root's tendency to become woody if not picked at exactly the right time made it impractical for commercial agriculture. As food distribution improved, why struggle with finicky Salsify when you could just buy real oysters? Modern revival. Heritage gardeners and gourmet restaurants are rediscovering Salsify's unique appeal, proving that some flavors are too special to lose forever. 15. Skirret, the sweet root that Roman emperors demanded. When Roman Emperor Tiberius demanded a tribute of skirret from Germanic tribes, it wasn't political posturing, it was culinary obsession. This sweet, starchy root was so delicious that one of history's most powerful men considered it worth demanding from conquered peoples. Originally from China, skirret had established itself in European cuisine by Roman times, offering a unique combination of carrot-like texture with natural candy-like sweetness. In an era before refined sugar, this was revolutionary, a vegetable that satisfied both hunger and sweet cravings. Medieval cooks called it sugar root, and for good reason. When properly prepared, scrubbed, boiled, and fried in butter, skirret developed a crispy exterior that encased gooey sweetness within. This textural contrast delighted medieval palates and made skirret a favorite at royal feasts. The killer combination. Before widespread sugar availability, skirret provided one of the few reliable sources of natural plant-based sweetness. Medieval and Tudor cooks incorporated it into both savory and sweet preparations, making it incredibly versatile. What killed it? Two agricultural revolutions, the potato and sugarcane. Potatoes provided more starchy nutrition per acre, while sugarcane made sweetness widely available without specialty cultivation. Skirret became obsolete almost overnight. Today's verdict: modern gardeners who grow skirret describe flavors that justify Roman imperial obsession. Uniquely carroty with almost candy-like sweetness that requires minimal cooking to achieve perfection. 14. Verjuice, medieval Europe's secret weapon for perfect flavor. Long before lemons reached European kitchens, medieval cooks possessed a secret ingredient that could brighten any dish: verjuice, the green juice that became the backbone of sophisticated cuisine. Made from unripe grapes or crab apples, this tart liquid served as the foundation for countless recipes. In Britain's challenging climate, crab apple verjuice became particularly prized because these hardy trees produced reliable crops of intensely sour fruit. Medieval manuscripts reveal verjuice's incredible versatility. It enhanced salad dressings, provided counterpoint in rich desserts, and elevated savory dishes with bright acidity. Renaissance cookbooks considered it so essential that no serious kitchen operated without it. The production process was sophisticated. Monasteries maintained extensive orchards specifically for verjuice production, understanding that this ingredient could transform simple meals into memorable cuisine. Why it disappeared? Expanding trade routes made lemons and stable vinegars more accessible. The labor-intensive process of producing verjuice from local fruits seemed unnecessary when imported alternatives offered consistency and convenience. Modern Renaissance. Fine dining establishments are rediscovering verjuice's ability to add subtle tartness without overwhelming delicate flavors, proving that some culinary innovations are timeless. 13. Garum. The ancient Roman sauce worth more than gold. This fermented fish sauce wasn't just a condiment. It was the umami foundation that made Roman cuisine legendary. Made from fish guts, salt, and herbs fermented in the sun for months, garum provided the complex, deeply savory flavors that characterized sophisticated Roman cooking. Here's what made it revolutionary. The fermentation process created intense umami compounds that enhanced every dish. Romans used garum like we use salt. It appeared in recipes across all social classes, from imperial banquets to tavern meals. Archaeological evidence reveals entire industrial complexes dedicated to garum production in Roman colonies across Spain and North Africa. The best grades were made from tuna or mackerel and commanded prices that rival today's luxury ingredients. The Romans classified different garum grades based on fish types and production methods, demonstrating sophisticated understanding of flavor, development, and quality control that rivals modern food science. What killed it? The collapse of the Roman Empire ended the complex trade networks and industrial infrastructure necessary for large-scale garum production. European tastes shifted away from fermented fish flavors. The connection, modern Southeast. Asian fish sauces like Vietnamese nuoc mam and Thai nam pla continue this ancient tradition, proving that human appreciation for fermented fish flavors transcends cultural boundaries. 12. Marchpane. The edible art that defined luxury. Imagined desserts so beautiful they were almost too stunning to eat, and so expensive that only royalty could afford them. That was Marchpane, the ancestor of marzipan that represented the pinnacle of medieval confectionery art. The creation required precious almonds painstakingly ground by hand and combined with equally expensive sugar, two ingredients so costly that marchpane remained luxury reserved for the wealthy and powerful. Master confectioners transformed this basic paste into elaborate sculptures serving as banquet centerpieces. Medieval and Renaissance feasts featured marchpane molded into castles, animals, coats of arms, and religious symbols, each piece painted with gold leaf or colored with expensive dyes. These weren't just desserts, they were edible status symbols. The flavoring revealed sophisticated palates. Rose water was most common, lending delicate floral notes that complemented rich nuttiness. More adventurous confectioners incorporated orange flower water, musk, or even ground pearls for the most extravagant occasions. Social significance. Offering elaborate marchpane demonstrated wealth, taste, and cultural sophistication, making it essential for diplomatic entertaining and courtly celebrations. The ability to present stunning marchpane creations marked the difference between merely wealthy households and truly refined ones. Evolution. As sugar became more accessible and processing more efficient, almond confections lost their exclusivity. This democratization came at the cost of artistry. Modern marzipan is convenient but lacks the artistic ambition of its aristocratic ancestor. 11. Posset. From medieval medicine to Victorian elegance, the transformation of posset from healing remedy to elegant dessert perfectly illustrates how culinary traditions evolve across centuries. What began as medieval medicine for the sick eventually became one of Victorian England's most beloved desserts. Medieval posset served crucial healthcare roles when medical knowledge was limited. Hot milk curdled with wine or ale, then spiced with healing herbs, provided comfort and nutrition to patients suffering from colds, fevers, and general weakness. The curdling process was both practical and beneficial. Acid in wine caused milk proteins to coagulate, creating consistency easier for sick patients to digest than plain milk. The alcohol provided antiseptic and sedative benefits. By the 17th century, posset had evolved into sophisticated dessert. Prosperous households developed elaborate versions emphasizing flavor and presentation over therapeutic benefits, featuring fine wines, exotic spices, and careful attention to texture. Victorian cookbooks presented recipes bearing little resemblance to medicinal ancestors, focusing instead on creating rich, creamy confections. These dessert possets incorporated sugar, egg yolks, and aromatic flavorings like lemon zest or rose water. Modern influence. Many contemporary cream-based desserts, including syllabubs and custards, trace heritage directly to these early curdled milk preparations. 10. Smoked salmon. From survival technique to global delicacy, the journey from Native American survival necessity to modern luxury ingredient represents one of culinary history's most remarkable transformations. This story begins in Pacific Northwest, rivers where tribes developed smoking techniques so sophisticated they influenced preservation methods worldwide. Native American tribes perfected salmon smoking as crucial survival strategy. Seasonal salmon runs provided abundance only briefly, making preservation essential for year-round nutrition. Hot smoking methods involved curing fresh salmon with salt before exposing it to hot smoke from specific woods, creating fully cooked products with remarkable keeping qualities. The technique spread to Europe through cultural exchanges, where it adapted to local conditions. Scottish salmon smokers developed distinctive cold smoking methods using dry curing with salt and sugar before oak smoking, creating products renowned for delicate texture and subtle smokiness. Medieval European preservation transformed smoking from survival method to sophisticated culinary art. Different regions developed signature styles based on available woods, local salts, and cultural preferences. Social evolution. In medieval Scotland, smoked salmon became associated with aristocratic tables and special occasions. The labor-intensive process, combined with seasonal availability, maintained luxury status for centuries. Modern appreciation, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, high-quality proteins, and essential vitamins, smoked salmon represents both indulgence and health consciousness, appealing to consumers seeking foods satisfying taste and nutritional requirements. 9. Cream cheese. An American innovation born from European accident in 1872, New York dairyman William Lawrence made a mistake that would revolutionize American breakfast tables. Attempting to recreate European Neuchâtel cheese, he accidentally added excess cream, creating something entirely new, richer, more spreadable, with distinctive mild flavor. Rather than discarding this deviation, Lawrence recognized its potential and began marketing the creation. His business acumen extended to branding. Despite producing in New York, he named it after Philadelphia, a city renowned for high-quality dairy products. The production process reflected both traditional cheesemaking and modern innovations. Fresh cream was coagulated using bacterial cultures, forming curds combined with stabilizers like guar gums. This combination created products with enhanced shelf life while maintaining fresh, unaged characteristics. Lawrence's marketing success attracted larger companies, and in 1928 he sold Philadelphia cream cheese to Kraft. This acquisition provided resources for national distribution, transforming regional specialty into one of America's most recognizable brands. Versatility drove popularity. Soft, spreadable texture made it ideal for breakfast applications, particularly with bagels. The mild flavor allowed equal success in savory dips and sweet preparations, including cheesecakes that became synonymous with American dessert culture. Cultural impact. Cream cheese became symbolic of American innovation and entrepreneurship. Foreign technique adapted and improved to create something distinctly new. 8. Capers. Ancient buds with 4,000-year heritage. Few ingredients possess as rich historical pedigree as capers, unopened flower buds that have enhanced cuisine for over 4 millennia. These tiny, intensely flavored buds appear in humanity's earliest written records, including the Epic of Gilgamesh. The caper bush thrives in harsh, rocky Mediterranean terrain, developing concentrated flavors that made its buds so prized. The plant's ability to flourish where other crops failed made it particularly valuable to civilizations dependent on local food sources. Traditional harvesting required considerable skill. Buds had to be picked at precisely the right moment, after developing sufficient flavor but before opening into flowers. This narrow harvest window contributed to capers' value and ensured only experienced harvesters could produce premium products. Preservation methods varied across Mediterranean cultures. Pickling in vinegar became most common, creating tangy, intensely flavored condiments. Alternative methods included dry salting for concentrated flavor and brining for milder products suitable for different applications. Ancient cookbooks reveal caper's versatility in classical cuisine, appearing in meat sauces, vegetable preparations, and fish dishes. The pungent, slightly peppery taste effectively cut through rich flavors while adding complexity to simple preparations. Modern science validates traditional medicine. Capers contain high antioxidant levels, particularly rutin and quercetin, which combat free radicals and provide anti-inflammatory benefits. High fiber content supports digestive health, while minerals contribute to cardiovascular wellness. 7. Turtle soup. From colonial luxury to conservation tragedy, the rise and fall of turtle soup tells a cautionary tale about luxury, sustainability, and changing values. What began as colonial America's ultimate status symbol eventually became emblematic of environmental irresponsibility. In colonial America, turtle soup represented dining's pinnacle, reserved for the most important occasions and prestigious establishments. Sea turtles had to be transported alive from coastal areas to inland cities, making ingredients both rare and costly. The culinary preparation demanded expertise few possessed. Complex processes involved careful meat cleaning, long slow cooking for proper tenderness, and sophisticated seasoning with expensive spices and wines. Master chefs guarded recipes jealously, maintaining quality standards across professional generations. Philadelphia emerged as America's turtle soup capital, with restaurants competing to create the most exquisite versions. The city's port position facilitated turtle importation, while sophisticated dining scenes provided customers willing to pay premium prices. Social significance extended beyond gastronomy. Important treaties were celebrated with turtle soup dinners. Major business deals concluded over elaborate presentations, and political alliances cemented through shared appreciation of this exclusive delicacy. The tragic decline, overharvesting for luxury markets, combined with habitat destruction, led to dramatic turtle population declines. Ecological crisis gradually shifted public opinion against consumption. Modern reality. Conservation efforts have made turtle soup largely illegal throughout the United States, with strict regulations protecting endangered species. This legal framework effectively ended turtle soup's role in American fine dining. 6. Syllabub, the ethereal sweet that captured Victorian hearts among all forgotten desserts. None possesses quite the romantic appeal of Syllabub, a frothy, ethereal sweet that epitomized English dessert making for 3 centuries. This enchanting confection, made by curdling cream with wine, represented both sophistication and ingenuity. Early Syllabub recipes reveal evolution from practical necessity to refined pleasure. Early versions were simple drinks made by adding cider to fresh milk, often milked directly into alcoholic liquid to achieve maximum freshness and proper curdling. By the 17th century, Syllabub had transformed into sophisticated dessert featuring sweet white wines, controlled curdling processes, and elegant presentation. Henna Glass 18th century recipe called for thick cream, sack wine, citrus juice and zest, and refined sugar, whipped together to create light, frothy confection. The development of everlasting Syllabub represented the pinnacle of artistry. These preparations could remain stable for over a week without separating, achieved through precise ingredient ratios and extended whipping, creating stable foam structures. Social significance. Often considered a lady's drink due to sweet, delicate nature, Syllabub appeared at afternoon gatherings, garden parties, and social events requiring refined refreshments. Its preparation became a mark of domestic accomplishment. Why it disappeared. Changing dessert preferences and development of more stable alternatives made Syllabub's delicate nature, requiring careful preparation and immediate consumption, seem increasingly impractical for modern entertaining. 5. Fondue. From Swiss survival food to global phenomenon, the remarkable journey from Swiss peasant necessity to international sensation perfectly illustrates how marketing can transform humble ingredients into global phenomena. This communal dish conquered dining rooms worldwide before experiencing its own popularity cycle. Origins lie in practical Swiss mountain life realities, where long winters and limited fresh supplies made efficient use of preserved ingredients essential for survival. Peasant families discovered that combining aging cheese with white wine created satisfying, warming meals stretching limited resources. Original preparations were simpler than modern restaurant versions. Hard, aging cheeses difficult to consume were grated and melted with local white wine, creating communal pots allowing families to share bread and conversation while staying warm during long winter evenings. The transformation began with 1930s. Swiss Cheese Union promotional campaigns designed to increase consumption and establish fondue as Switzerland's national dish. These marketing efforts successfully positioned fondue as authentically Swiss experience tourists should seek. International popularization occurred through cultural exchange, introducing Swiss traditions to broader audiences. Swiss immigrants brought traditions to other countries, while cultural programs showcased this distinctive dining style. The 1970s marked peak popularity in the United States, where fondue became synonymous with sophisticated entertaining and cosmopolitan dining. Fondue parties represented fashionable social events combining exotic dining with interactive entertainment, modern perspective, while cheese fondue maintains cherished spots in Swiss culture as national dish. Chocolate fondue remains special, occasion treat, showing how culinary fashions adapt over time.